Greetings, Earthlings! Welcome to RFF Picks. Today, we have a correlated Counter-Strike bet for you for Friday. This is going to be August the 30th. Sorry for coming on here and making a very late video, but I just finished up watching Colorado versus North Dakota State college football on Thursday, and that was just an incredible game. Very good back and forth. We had Shador Sanders and Travis Hunter and Jimmy Horn really proving themselves as very, very good football players. I don't know how great Colorado really is, but those players are just absolutely incredible. Very excited for them to be in the NFL one day. So college football is coming up this weekend. There's going to be a lot of bets to make. We're going to be doing solo bets. We're going to be doing PrizePicks, correlated bets, all that kind of stuff. But first of all, I want to talk a little bit about this slip. Ended up losing. As you can see, this one was just all over the place close. Didn't end up watching the series, but I did know that it was kind of going in our direction and ended up failing. This guy right here, he only got 30 kills. We needed to get 32. Red Star ended up hitting, but the game script definitely was in our favor. I feel like we just kind of were betting on the guys that didn't have very good games. I think it was like 9-13 and like 13-11 or something like that between map 1 and 2. So we had the game going in the right direction. We just kind of were on the wrong people, or at least one of the people. Red Star definitely hit, but we could have done better. But we move on. It is what it is, and yeah. So here is one of the plays that I actually ended up posting on the Winnable. I think this was yesterday, last night, something like that, or 2 nights ago, not too sure. But this is kind of what we're kind of going to be doing during the NFL season, what we're going to be doing during college football. So this whole slip altogether is this big play that we're putting in a same game parlay pretty much on PrizePicks. So if you were to put this exact bet on something like FanDuel or DraftKings, they are not going to give you this kind of payout, right? We have the 5-man payout, we have the 4-man payout, and then we also have the 3-man payout on these big 5-man plays. And we did get a tiny bit of a payout shift, but not too hard. They're definitely cracking down on it, so I tried to avoid it as much as possible. But what we're kind of hoping for here is a back and forth duel between the Chiefs and the Ravens. So I'm going to try to tell a slip. As you can see in every single one of my bets, I'm pretty much like making one game into a script of one slip, right? So kind of same thing here. What we were wanting, we're back and forth between Zero Tenacity into the Breach. We want back and forth, want to go long, drawn out game, overtime, all that kind of stuff. Kind of same situation here. We're hoping for a duel between Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson. Chiefs versus Ravens. So we have Pacheco getting over 2.5 receptions, Kelsey going for over 5.5 receptions, Zay Flowers for over 4.5 receptions, and then Patrick Mahomes over 284.5 passing and rushing yards, and then Lamar Jackson throwing an interception. So these are kind of the lines that, sorry, I was going to get text, but these are kind of the lines that are a little bit favorable when it comes to these books like DraftKings and FanDuel, and so we're kind of pairing them all up together into a game script. So this if Kelsey has 6 receptions, Pacheco has 3 receptions, Zay Flowers has 5 receptions, it's very likely that the game is going to be kind of like a high scoring game, and Mahomes is very likely to go over his passing. And then I wanted to do passing yards for Lamar, but once I added Lamar passing yards, the shift just was incredible. So what we did is we just added an interception. So once again, if a quarterback, regardless of who it is, regardless of what we think of Lamar Jackson, Mahomes, any quarterback, if they are in these drawn out duels, they're very likely to throw an interception, right? If a quarterback has 30 passing attempts, 35 passing attempts, the odds increase to where it can be a bopped ball or a tip ball up in the air, whatever. They're more likely to go an interception. So I'm gonna try to avoid the payout shift and do the best I can to make it as correlated possible. But I feel the sports PrizePicks definitely cracking down on this. I'm gonna try to make this into like a FanDuel slip and see what kind of odds they would give us in a sense like this. But here's our Real Friends community. We have our Real Friends football channel. We started 2.5 years ago. Me and Miles, we did that. We wanted to do a gambling channel over there where we're talking about week 1 spreads, season-long bets, all that kind of stuff. But we kind of shifted the direction to just a general football channel. We have our TikTok, we have our Instagram, we have our Twitter. So all things Real Friends in Football, all things football are going to be all across that RFF.football platform. So after the Super Bowl, we started RFF Picks. RFF Picks is kind of just like a betting platform, like exactly what I'm doing now, right? It's a YouTube where we talk about gambling, we talk about the bets that we like, and as you can see below, I'm up 500 units, 7% ROI, over 7,000 bets in the course of 3 years. So I've been gambling for about 12 years of my life. Over the past 3 years, I've become a profitable gambler. Here we do a lot of correlated betting, we do EV positive betting, and we do villain betting, right? So EV betting, like I said, if you look at other sports books, they have kind of juice lines on Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce's like minus 140 to get 5.5 receptions, so he's leaning on 6. So putting it at getting his slip at 5.5 is very favorable here. Same kind of thing for Pacheco. The sportsbooks like him to go around 3 rather than 2.5. So getting it at 2.5 is a lot of value, right? And then also making it into a correlated slip. The other thing I do is villain betting. So actually, Colorado was playing tonight, and I feel like Colorado was actually the public side now that I think about it. I did end up betting on Colorado, but it was just very hard to tell because I feel like there are a lot of slips and a lot of people betting on Colorado, but there's also this hype train that hates Colorado a lot. So Colorado's kind of a hard team to judge because I know there's a lot of people out there that don't like Deion Sanders as a coach. They don't like, him going from this HBCU school, going to Colorado and trying to be a head coach, and then he has his son as the quarterback and all that kind of stuff. So I could see why this team, it's just going to be hard to judge, right? And so I would say overall, just from watching one game, the defense is not good. I think Deion Sanders is a good coach when it comes to him being a motivator and that kind of thing, like a good person. But there are definitely some questionable decisions he makes as a coach. I can't deny that. But there are some very talented players on Colorado. I mean, Travis Hunter, that guy's going to be a top 10, top 5 corner or receiver. That guy plays all over the field, all game. Shador Sanders is my quarterback 1 in college football. I think he's the best quarterback in college football. Obviously going to be very difficult for him to win Heisman, just because of the fact that Colorado probably isn't going to be the best of teams. They're probably going to be like a 6-6, 500 team, right? And then Jimmy Horn is super good too. But that's kind of the thing that I debate with myself all the time. I feel like going into it, I was like, all right, Colorado's going to be the public team. And then I was texting all my friends. They're like, I like North Dakota State. North Dakota State's going to win. All these people were texting North Dakota State. I was seeing on Twitter all these haters on Colorado. And I said, wait, maybe Colorado is actually the sharp side. And so they're probably a bad example because they can be very difficult. But I feel like they're... Stepping back, I feel like there are more people that probably support Colorado than are against Colorado. It's just the people who are against Colorado are very loud about it. So, sorry, I got a little tangent there, but it kind of goes to what I try to do, right? This is all things that are going into my head. I'm trying to deter what we want to be is on the sportsbook side, and we want to be on the sharp side. We want to be away from what a lot of the public is betting on. So here's our Winnable. What this is a easy platform to get our plays, right? So the free plan, I already posted this play that I'm making on YouTube on our Winnable. So you'll get a text or email of the play. I also put the link of the play on there. So it's very, very easy. Think about this, that you using this process is not the best to get if you actually want to get our plays, right? Because I'm over here talking for 10 minutes. You got to listen to me. I'm going to upload the video. I'm going to put a thumbnail. I'm going to do a title. I'm going to post the video. You got to listen to the video, etc. And you can't even get the link. Winnable is going to have everything. It's a transaction. Obviously, hopefully, maybe there's some people out there that actually kind of do enjoy listening to me talking about it, kind of, sweating the bets together, all that kind of stuff. But if you're kind of just looking for the plays, the free plan on Winnable is going to be the best thing for you. MVP plan is going to be all of our plays that we post. I'm going to be making a ton of bets during the football season. There are going to be a lot of week 1, week 2, week 3 lines that I like, college football, all that kind of stuff. Me and Miles are autistic when it comes to football. We spend almost all of our 8 hours a day on football, regardless of if it's during the season or not. And we have some contacts, some good other bettors that bet on college football as well. So we're probably going to be collaborating in that sense. But MVP plan is going to be all of our bets during football season. Definitely probably going to be the best value to take advantage of this. We actually have like 1,250 subscribers now, just in general, not on our MVP plan, but 1,250 people that sign up on our Winnable for our plays. And then on YouTube, I think we have like 1,850. But if you want to sign up for free, type in code RFF, you get 1 free month of the MVP plan. Finally, this is going to be our play. Same thought process, but in reverse here. So we're hoping for correlation, but we want the opposite to happen. We are going for less and less. So Ants is going against Young Ninjas. For those who don't know, the way Counter-Strike works, they go best of 13 rounds, right? Map 1's going to be 13 rounds. Map 2's going to be 13 rounds. It's not a NFL game, a basketball game, or like a hockey game to where they have an exact time limit. Now that I'm thinking, it's like better, more like baseball, to where, you know, if they're going back and forth and batting, and you don't know really how long the game's going to be. Football and basketball, they're pretty much always going to be like 3 hours long, right? They're on the field for the exact same amount of time all the time. But the way that Counter-Strike works is they do best of 13. So whatever team makes it to 13 in the quickest way is going to be the end. It could be, in yesterday's video, we saw a septuple overtime where it was 7 overtimes back and forth, to where if that happens, everyone on the bat, all players from both teams are going to go over their kill total, right? And then I've even seen a game that went 13-0. There was one team that just completely stomped the other. So regardless of which player it is or which team it is, what we're hoping for here is for one team just to take over and the other team not to really put up a fight, right? If it goes like 13-4, 13-4, something like that, and then you fast forward and you look at the kill totals, it's very likely that not a lot of the people on the field are going to reach their kill totals, because the lines out there, they put it into account to where it's going to be more of a competitive game. So we're going to go less here. Ends for Young Ninjas. Make sure to pair it up, 10:30 a.m. A lot of college football. I'm going to be posting some bets this weekend. I think Miles is going to be doing the same thing. He'll probably make some bets early in the morning, college football on Saturday. And then we got football or NFL coming up on Thursday. So going to be a lot of football on Friday and Saturday. Saturday actually has a pretty good slate when it comes to college football. And then during the week, we're going to be posting a lot more Counter-Strike bets. So that's going to be the play. Best of luck, and I will see you all tomorrow.